night, something unexpected happened. After an intense workout, the shadows of doubt crept in. That sly, insidious voice whispered, "You've done enough. Just skip this one video. It's no big deal." It tempted us, lured us with the promise of comfort, trying to drag us into the pit of excuses. But that's not who we are, is it? We're not here to surrender to fleeting weaknesses or give power to those whispers of failure. We're here to fight. We're here to conquer. So, we crushed those thoughts beneath our resolve. We showed up, not for the applause, not for recognition, but because we are warriors, and this is what warriors do. And tonight, we're going to share 5 powerful lessons we've learned about what it takes to push through when quitting seems so easy. These lessons aren't just words. They're weapons forged in the crucible of struggle, honed to help you crush the barriers standing in your way. So, Grimface family, let's lock in. Let's embrace the challenge. Because this isn't just a video. This is a reminder of who we are. Let's get to work. We will start with lesson number 1. Motivation is a result, not a cause. Do you think warriors wait for courage before stepping into battle? Do you believe the fire in their hearts is sparked before they've faced the storm? No. That fire is built during the fight. Motivation doesn't arrive to save you. It's a shadow that follows you, but only if you're moving forward. We've been lied to, haven't we? Told that we need to feel ready before we begin, that we must wait for some divine spark to ignite within us before we take that first step. But here's the truth. Motivation is not a cause. It's not the seed that grows your ambition. It's the fruit of the action you take. Let me ask you this. How many dreams have you buried while waiting for the right moment? How many opportunities have slipped through your fingers while you stood paralyzed, waiting for inspiration to strike? The secret they won't tell you is this. Motivation doesn't come before action. It's a result of it. Think of the mountain climber. Their legs ache. Their lungs burn with every breath. Do you think they feel motivated as they stare at the peak towering above them? No. What keeps them climbing is the pull of progress, the knowledge that every step brings them closer. The same is true for you. Stop waiting for motivation to appear like some mythical savior. Start moving. Take a single step, even if your legs tremble. That step leads to another. Momentum grows, and soon the shadow of motivation will chase after you, urging you to keep going. But it won't come until you act. Progress, no matter how small, is the spark that fuels the fire. Write the first sentence. Make the first call. Put on your running shoes and step outside. It doesn't matter how insignificant it feels. It matters that you move. You don't need to feel unstoppable to start. You only need to be willing to crawl. Each action, no matter how small, is a declaration of war against the inertia holding you captive. And with each small victory, you'll feel it. The quiet whisper of motivation rising behind you, growing louder with every step forward. Stop asking yourself, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I never try? Success doesn't wait for the perfect conditions, and neither should you. Build momentum with action, and let motivation be the reward that keeps you going. Remember this. The path to greatness doesn't begin with the roar of a lion. It begins with the quiet, resolute shuffle of feet, unwilling to remain still. Move now, and let the fire of motivation catch up to you later. Lesson number 2. Focus on habits, not inspiration. Inspiration is a fleeting mirage, a ghost that whispers promises in the night, but vanishes with the dawn. How often have we waited for that spark, believing it would ignite a fire powerful enough to consume all obstacles? And how often has it left us cold and stranded, staring at the ashes of unfulfilled dreams? Success does not answer to inspiration. It bows to discipline. It kneels before the altar of habit. The truth is raw, brutal, and liberating. It isn't what we feel like doing that defines us. It's what we do when no one is watching. Every great achievement was born, not from a moment of brilliance, but from an endless march of ordinary, unremarkable steps. The ones who win are not those who ride the storm of inspiration, but those who master the grind. They wake up when they're tired. They work when they're uninspired. They fight when they feel like quitting. You want to change your life? Stop waiting for motivation. Stop chasing fleeting highs. Focus on building habits that serve your purpose. Small, consistent actions. They are the quiet architects of greatness. The world will sell you lies, whispering that inspiration is the key to transformation. It's not. Inspiration is weak. Habits are unstoppable. Every day you repeat the action. You cast a vote for the person you want to become. Each choice, no matter how small, carves your future in stone. Let me ask you, how much time have you wasted waiting for inspiration to strike? How many mornings have you promised yourself you'd start tomorrow, only to fall into the same patterns? Every wasted moment is a betrayal of your potential. Success is a battlefield, and discipline is your sword. Habits are the armor that shields you from failure. Build them ruthlessly. When you wake up, choose the habit. When you're tired, choose the habit. When you're broken, crawling, and desperate, choose the habit. There is no shortcut, no magic burst of inspiration to save you. You are your savior. Every repetition is a step forward. Every small victory compounds into unstoppable momentum. Ask yourself, who do you want to be a year from now? 5 years? 10? That person isn't forged in the fires of inspiration. They're built brick by brick, habit by habit, through relentless consistency. So stop waiting. Start building. The path is steep, but it's yours to conquer. Habits will lead you to the summit, not fleeting bursts of passion. And when you stand at the peak, you'll realize it wasn't inspiration that got you there. It was the unyielding power of your daily discipline. Lesson number 3. Goals are important, but systems matter more. We've all been told to set goals, write them down, visualize them, chase them relentlessly. But how often have we reached the end of that road, only to feel hollow, unfulfilled, or worse, lost? Because while goals shine like distant stars, systems are the dark gravity that keeps your universe in order. Let's start with a question. Have you ever wondered why some people fail, even with the clearest of goals? It's not because they lacked vision. It's because they lacked a foundation. A goal is nothing more than a wish if it isn't tethered to a system, a daily discipline that grounds you, molds you, transforms you. Think of your life as a labyrinth. The goal is the exit, but the system is the map. Without it, you wander aimlessly, grasping at illusions of success. But every wrong turn costs you time, energy, and resolve. Systems, on the other hand, are the threads you lay down every single day to trace your way out of that maze. The truth is brutal. The end result doesn't matter if the process is broken. Do you think the greatest warriors sharpened their blades only on the eve of battle? Number. Their systems, their relentless training, their daily rituals, their discipline carved their names into the annals of history long before they stepped onto the battlefield. Stop obsessing over the finish line. The finish line doesn't exist. Every time you reach it, another appears. Success is not a destination. It's the byproduct of the systems you build and the person you become along the way. Your daily routines, they're the chisels that sculpt your destiny. Each action, however small, etches your name onto the monument of who you will become. The meals you eat, the books you read, the conversations you avoid, the sacrifices you make. They whisper to the subconscious, teaching it to obey your command, to march toward mastery. But systems are merciless. If you ignore them, they will still shape you. Neglect breeds mediocrity. Indulgence feeds weakness. Chaos thrives in the absence of order. The system is always at work, whether you build it or not. Will you let it enslave you, or will you take control? Ask yourself this: what are your systems teaching you? Are they building the version of you that can conquer mountains? Or are they quietly dragging you into the abyss? Because the truth is, the abyss is patient. It waits. Every skipped step, every ignored discipline, every whispered excuse, it all feeds the darkness. This is your moment to choose. Build systems so powerful that they eclipse the need for motivation. Design routines so relentless that success becomes inevitable. Let your actions, not your dreams, dictate your future. Remember, goals are a flicker in the dark, but systems, they are the inferno that burns long after the world has turned its gaze away. Focus on the fire. Stoke it daily. Let it consume everything that stands in your way. Because when the echoes of greatness are heard, they are not the cries of those who reached the end. They are the steady drumbeat of those who mastered the process. Rise, build your system, and let the world witness the inferno you become. Lesson 4. The compound effect of small wins. Have you ever stared at the enormity of your goals and felt the crushing weight of doubt? The mountain looms high, the path obscured by shadows, and the summit feels like an impossible dream. But let me tell you something. They don't build empires overnight. They're carved stone by stone, day by day, with relentless, ruthless precision. You see, we all crave that moment of glory, that big victory that sets the world ablaze. But here's the harsh truth. Those grand victories are nothing more than the sum of countless small wins. The towering mountain, it's just a collection of tiny, forgettable rocks stacked over time. We live in a world of illusions, where success stories are painted as instant triumphs. But what they don't show you are the scars of repetition, the hours of grinding in the dark, and the small victories that fueled the fire. Each small win is a spark, a flicker of light in the void, reminding you that progress is real. Ignore them, and you risk letting the darkness consume you. The secret: you don't conquer the mountain all at once. You break it down. You shatter the beast into manageable pieces, tasks so small they almost feel beneath you. But don't mistake their size for insignificance. These tasks are weapons, each one a strike against the inertia of inaction. Each one a battle won. And with every small success, momentum grows. Do you feel that? That subtle shift in the air? It's the feeling of movement, of progress. Small wins whisper a truth the world doesn't want you to hear. You are capable. Small wins are addictive. Each one sends a message to your subconscious. You can do this. The belief grows stronger, and with belief comes power. You stop questioning whether you can climb the mountain and start asking yourself how high you're willing to go. Doubt crumbles under the weight of your progress. Fear becomes irrelevant. But it doesn't end there. Small wins are the architects of habit, and habit is the engine of achievement. What starts as effort becomes instinct. You don't just move the mountain, you become the force that reshapes it. Now here's the part they won't tell you. Complacency is the enemy of momentum. It lurks in the comfort of your victories, waiting to devour your drive. Celebrate your wins, but don't linger. Let them fuel your next move, your next battle. Momentum is fleeting if you let it rest. Keep moving, or risk falling back into the abyss. Lesson 5. Passion follows competence. You've been lied to, told to chase your passion, to scour the world for something that will set your soul on fire. But what they didn't tell you, what they hid from you, is that passion isn't something you find. Passion is something you forge. Passion is the byproduct of struggle, sweat, and relentless discipline. It doesn't arrive on a silver platter. It is earned, carved from the stone of mediocrity, through the blade of mastery. You will not love the process in the beginning. You may even despise it. But greatness demands sacrifice, and passion follows competence. Think about it. The athlete who trains until their body screams for mercy. The artist who paints through the agony of failure. The entrepreneur who fights for their vision in the dead of night. Did they begin with passion? Number. They began with grit, with effort, with the bitter taste of imperfection. Passion blooms only when you've endured the pain of becoming exceptional. You want to feel alive? Get good at something. Not average, not competent, exceptional. Because mastery is addictive. It feeds the soul. Every small victory, every skill refined, every moment when you realize you're better than yesterday, that's when passion begins to ignite. But here's the truth you won't hear from those who preach blind passion. In the beginning, you will hate it. You will doubt yourself. You will question whether this path is worth the suffering. You will want to quit when the weight of mediocrity crushes your spirit. That's where most people falter. They sit in the mud, waiting for passion to find them, never realizing they must climb through the dirt to uncover it. You see, passion is a reward. It is the light at the end of the tunnel that you can only see once you've walked the dark path of skill and effort. And this is why passion cannot be your guide. It must be your prize. So stop searching for a spark. Create one. Stop waiting for passion to fuel your journey. Use discipline, focus, and resilience to ignite the fire. Learn, fail, refine, repeat. This is the grind that separates the mediocre from the great. Ask yourself, are you willing to endure the discomfort of mastery? Are you willing to sacrifice your comfort, your excuses, your fleeting desires to become something more? Or will you be like the countless others who sit idle, waiting for passion to knock on their door while life passes them by? Your passion is waiting for you, on the other side of competence. But the road is steep, and it is unforgiving. Few make it. Most will crumble under the weight of their own weakness. But not you. You are not here for easy victories. You are here to conquer, to become unstoppable, to master the craft that will one day set your soul ablaze. Passion follows competence. So, stop waiting and start building. Mastery is the only path forward. And when you stand at the peak, looking back at the blood, sweat, and tears you've left behind, you'll know that the fire within you was not found. It was forged. Our community is growing stronger every day. Almost 1,000 new warriors join us daily. That's 1,000 more individuals choosing to rise above mediocrity, choosing to fight for a better version of themselves. But this isn't just about personal growth. It's about creating a ripple effect. Every step we take to better ourselves impacts the world around us. Our discipline inspires others. Our resilience creates change. Together, we're not just setting higher standards for ourselves. We're raising the bar for everyone who crosses our path. We're not here to settle. We're not here to talk about dreams without execution. We're here to set the standard, to plan, and to execute every single day. This is the Grimface way. To every warrior in this community, keep pushing, keep striving, and keep conquering. You are the proof that change is possible, and together, we are unstoppable. Until next time, stay relentless, stay grim-faced.